den clouded in a funky, ethereal haze? Did she stop coming over because it smells like a stinkweed imp died weeks ago? Laying in Denguard, Clump and Seal has you covered. Advanced Pride Mage technologies create a feral invocation against the smells of your litter box, so you can get back to the things that really matter. Pride Mage is excited to bring you Denguard, our strongest odor blocker to date.
Apparently, there's been lots of bugs lately, and one of which was for the Kami of Jealous. I forgot the name of it. It's my Black Sack favorite with the Drain list. I was going to play that today, but the bug was just too great. If you follow us on the social thing, that is the case. Let me double check, make sure everything's coming through here. Good. All right. So we're playing Hare Apparent, and apparently this has 18 rabbits in it. We've got 19 basics minus the 2 dig sites. This is just to prevent flood for those games that go really long and late. So this is a Soul Sisters deck. We've got this, and this, all of the 4 spot, and then we have 3 Ephemerates to make this feel like what would that be, 24 rabbits potentially. We've got a little kill switch and Ramosian Rally and a defensive way to keep our little investment alive. We've got 2 Thraben Charm main and 2 Lumithread Field main as a creature, and then you can flip it and nothing can answer as far as the effect going over the top. Anyway, 3 Journey to Nowheres in the sideboard, 2 filling out our charms at 3 and 4 in the sideboard. We have 2 Holy Lights, 4 Prismatic Strands, and 4 Dust to Dust. So I have to work today, so I have a hard out, and I was like, you know what? I think most of the times my show is done within about the 2-hour mark. So at about the 2.5-hour mark, I've got like a hard out. So I'm going to have to make sure that I'm not playing past that. But until then, we'll cross that when it happens. Hey, with Wagon Seal. Hello. Good time to have a new chat in the chat. Here we go. Let's see if we can do some rabbit goodness. Woo. Okay, we do not like one-landers in this. We can get marooned pretty badly, so I'm actually going to mulligan even though we're on the draw. We will keep this. We probably won't want to see this for quite a while. Maybe if it was game 2 and we were going up against red or black, we shall see. Anyway, so this is kind of a last-minute deck that I play sometimes in the Pauper Classic Tuesdays just because life gain is very good against red. But it looks like we're up against some sort of Plains Mirror. We'll get out our Soul's Attendant. This deck can be a really click-heavy deck. It's been frustrating when you do this and you see stack abilities automatically. It says that, but it doesn't do that. You got to really babysit your Soul's Attendant and such when they first come out. So, all right, what is going on here? Woo, that felt like a long term. Oh, we only need 14 more subs on our YouTube channel to hit 10,000K, guys. So if you can reach out, it's going to be, it'll just be neat to see. Oh, okay, cool. Look at this. Let's call this Azorius Infect. How cool is this? Well, this life gain is not going to matter here, is it? We'll say yield to that, do that. Always do it in that order. If you don't, then you're just clicking like crazy. Grogberg. Oh, I didn't even notice. That's horrible of me. All right, we'll pull this off. It's probably got a way to keep that coming forever. We'll be able to block it forever, but this suggests that they've got Blighted Agent, but they don't have it in hand yet. I'm going to attack. We don't care about life, and we've got a long hill to climb here. We're relying on damage, and instead we run into Infect straight out of the gate. So I've always liked that island with the little snow. It's almost like a Phyrexian symbol in the snow. Dig that one. Pretty cool. I would have left out these colors. Just keep it an ice theme, but hey, I'm too opinionated. Here we go. Exalted showing up. We're gaining some life. That does not matter. Here he comes. All right. I'll block that all day long. Thank you so much. Boop, boop, boop. He's probably got some trick for it. Nope. All right. Hey, 1 Infect creature down. Very cool. Bam, boom, bing. There's more of these to come. Let's go. Yeah, I'm still not quite sure what he's on here. I'm going to attack. Lots of football. I was working yesterday, had a very slow start to the day. Man, retail card shops can be so boring if there's not any people coming in. And we had about a 2.5 hour window where it was like, oh my God, I would look at the clock and it's like, 1:33 in the afternoon, and then the next time I'd look, I swore it was like a half hour later to 1:35. I was like, this is like a level of Dante's Retail Inferno. It's crazy. But then it picked up. We actually got some K-pop Demon Hunter cards in that are pretty awesome. They're really well done, and they're somewhat valuable too. I was pretty surprised at the level they were going for and stuff. But there was one girl that couldn't just decide on. It's always Pokemon at that store, and she just wanted to. She just kept coming back for like an hour and a half, just looking and couldn't decide on anything. It was just kind of like, I don't know. She just wanted to spend money, and then I mentioned that, and their eyes lit up, and then she got all excited about that. So, what on earth is Grogberg playing here? Exalted Infect coming on through. All right. Well, that doesn't have trample yet, so I'm gonna give it a nice little hair meal here. We will not let this do the thing. If they've got Apostle's Blessing or anything, we're in deep trouble. I don't think we're going to win this one. We don't have much removal main. And, I mean, we got blockers for days, but I'm sure Grogberg's got some sort of idea here. Multiple infect creatures are kind of clashing with their theme. Yowza, boy, I wish I had a Sen's Enlistment at this stage. Well, let's see. They're likely to... I'm going to hold back. Here we go. Yeah, I've been watching a bit of the soccer. America's been coming out of the gates pretty hard and fast, so we'll see here. All right, that is a lot of triggers. We're just going to throw our dude in front of it. Hopefully we can get some more critters in the way. Be long dead if they had any sort of evasion here. Oh, Rit's Passage. There's a blue enchantment that might be really good in that list. Grogberg. God, what is the name of that one? We're just drawing everything but what we want here. This is frustrating. Darn it. It's a blue card. It's one in a blue. Rit Passage. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Mindstab. Okay. Rit Passage. I thought it was Rit's Passage, but that makes a lot more sense. Come on over, sucker. Trigger City. Well, block. I'm just getting really flooded here. Trying to stay alive. I've got like a natural 5/5 every turn. That's gross. Here we go. Don't be a thing. Cool. We'll bring out this guy. At least we've got a little bit of a trick here. So I don't want to attack because we don't have enough rabbits despite having like 18 main, but at least we've got a combat trick here. Yeah, we ran security bypass for a while, but I do think Rit of Passage would be the superior option there. Or just some of those shadow draw cards, right? That one target creature gains shadow and then draw a card. It's pretty great. Block here. I'll do the little dance here with this here. Hopefully it doesn't get countered. Got two cards in their hand. Not sure what they are. Oh no. No. Our bunny's dead. Rabbit, bunny, what's the difference? Oh yeah. Yeah, I almost got busted. We had Marvel in the store and I was like, oh, I started, pricing it up and stuff, and it was just like, no. Cannot do this sort of thing. Got to wait till the official date or the store gets fined. So I figured like, oh, it's out. We can sell it. But I made sure to ask, and it was. So yeah. Oh, that's a really good point, Dreamer Stango. Uh-oh. All right, we're almost dead. We have not done enough damage here. Our bunnies are numerous, but not enough. So we'll be taking at least 5 next turn. Crazy. Probably sitting on a Prismatic Strand with this much access to white creatures and such. So, but yeah, so there's a small chance we might not finish this show. Like I'll have to, kind of call it quits sort of thing. But all right, let's attack. Boom. Time is of the essence now. So if it's like round 3 and I'm like 2 hours from now, then that's a scenario where I'll have to do that. Yep, don't mind that. We gain life. This is just such a bad matchup. It's like everything we're doing gains life, and they're just like, whatever. Oh, yeah, escape tunnel. I'm sure he's got it in there. Just make sure to trip it before combat. It'd be funny. You're like walking through the tunnel and you just get huge. You're like, and you can't even fit through the door anymore. But somehow, as long as you get through the threshold, you're fine. Trip. Quadruple exalted. It's a good way to get around edict effects, I have to say. Very susceptible to suffocating fumes and such. All right, we get our first infect damage. Ooh. Well, we got one more turn. Gotta do anything but that. Concede. We can't survive that. That's an L. Good for Grogberg. Oh boy. So we don't care about life at all. But so Strands is going to be really good. Holy Light. You know what? I think I might bring it in just because of there's 8 cards that this can kill, and I can just hold on to it. So we're going to bring in all of our hatred here. Gosh, just do I bring in that? Nah, that's overboarding. All right, so we're not really too worried about combat tricks. So I'm going to lose Ephemerates. I'm going to lose our Soul's Attendant here. And Veteran can come back twice, potentially block a flyer. So we'll get rid of our life package and just keep it slim like this. Lumithread Field might be cool because it's colorless, and I can block something that maybe Apostle's Blessing scenarios and stuff like that. So hatred, yes, yeah. Imagine just getting huge wall going through an escape tunnel, and then you just get stuck. It'd be funny if they make a mechanic or a correction to that sort of trick. Yes, I want to play first. Let's open up the yards. We have everything we need. We'll keep. This deck just loves 2 lands once you get everything going. Good to go. 0 testing with my little changes here. I have to be completely honest with you. I was planning on playing the Drain Black deck. It's been about 8 or 9 months, and I made some changes to it, and I was loving it. And then I was looking at my opponent for like the 3rd game in a row, and I'm like, shouldn't they be at like 12 instead of 18? And then I very slowly clicked on the Kami of Jealous Thirst and did the ability with the 5 mana, and both times just nothing. I was like, man, what a bummer. Such a great card. Always nice when you're honest. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Not to be dishonest. That's how I like to phrase it. Okay, here come the rabbits. Funny thing I've heard about eating rabbits if you're out in the wild. Yeah, they're sustenance, but they're so lean that you can actually, I forget what it's not obviously a disease, but there's a condition you can get where it's just, you can die while eating rabbit of like starvation, or like, because it's just too lean of a meat. Talk about proliferating. Man, oh man. All right, they're going to switch off of the plan here. All right, well, we've got one answer for that. There we go. Let's get our critters out going. Attempt to do some damage here. Ramosian Rally might make a showing. I like this washed out color. Just like a mood is struck. Brown, orange, white. That's it. All right, there it is. Bam. Okay. We got to be careful there. And cycling can't be blocked. Aqueous form. Gentle creature can't be blocked, and you get to scry. I've used that a few times. Very good card. So long as we don't have an answer for it. They've got 3 cards in hand. That could be a dispel. Oh, yeah? I'd have to read a Writ of Passage again. When I'm hosting, I tend not to read paragraphs because it creates dead space. But, woo! Got invited to a really high-end pickleball get-together in Redondo Beach tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. Round robin with about 12 players I've never played against before, so that's really refreshing because get kind of used to playing the same, albeit they're very good players, but the same, 30 people or something, so it'd be pretty cool. Whoa, since February this year, quadrupled in price. Well, apologies for that. I'm trying to make Pauper lists. What's going on, Groggy? Got your triggered abilities, or did the phone ring, or somebody at the door? Boom, boom. Yep. Only 14 subs left to get to 10K. And after that, I don't really care. I'm sure it'll be one of those things where it's at 10K for like a week and then it slips back down or something. I don't know about you. When I sub to something, I just stay subbed. It seems like so much work to go and unsub. I guess people have a lot of time in their day, and who knows. What's going on, Grogberg? You know I hate dead air. Am I supposed to click here? Nope, it's Grogberg's triggered abilities. I'll put it closer to him so he's more guilty. Double check. Dead Hare Apparent. Took the line right out from under me. Good one. Chimpskey. Good luck to the Netherlands today, even though I've definitely got more. I think in my pie chart of nationalities, Swede is probably the highest, so I'm kind of, what would you say, DNA related, hoping for the win. But I know my sister and my grandmother was right off the boat from there, so oh boy, we got some issues. We can't block that. Here it comes. Bam. Wish I had my holy light. But anyway, we're both super, super weak to sunlight, and playing in the Houston seems like, bad news. All right, we're just going to attack here. I'll keep this rabbit back. I'll attempt to do the holy light. You know what? I'm going to do it right now. I could catch them in a trick, but we've already seen counter magic, and they do have two up, so I'm just going to do that. Boop. Here we are. Buys us a turn, and hopefully it's not something of the colorless persuasion, because we have a prismatic in our hand, so it feels like we can win this one. Against Infect, you got to strike when you can with cards like that. I could have waited till the turn. It might have a counter spell, might have a dispel, might have a lot of things. All right. Well, we don't really care about this or that. Let's go here. Boop. Play the other Hare Apparent. Get 3 critters out of the deal and a bunch of life we don't care about. This was a red deck, I'd be singing a different tune, right? I'll attack with everything just because we've got the rally here. Or I'm not going to use the rally yet. We'll do it next turn. That'll pay off a lot better. That'll straight up win. I sense a prismatic trick here. Not much of a trick. Everybody knows that's coming. Exactly, Dreamer Stango. So if you're like me, I'm always early to everything, and so my shifts are usually the same as the store's hours, which is 12 to 7. There's not really any breaks or anything, which is fine. You just kind of take them when you can get them and stuff. But if I don't do propaganda, I would just be like looking at the clock, like waiting to not be late to go to work. I kind of have like an OCD thing like that. So this is good for me to put an event in front of me. It puts me right up to the line, and then it's time to go to work. I've got another cool option with this job via another pickleball friend at LAX. Not at LAX, but really, really close, working technically in the airport, and actually turn into a career. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll see if anything comes of it. That block suggests that they've got 2, 4, 6, 8. We've almost got it anyway. We'll just do this now. Boop. Do we get in? Do they have a trick? All right, we're even. Blop. We didn't draw a lot of our stuff. Dust to dust is not going to do too much there. Yeah, I think we're good here. Let's do a superstitious shuffle. And we'll put the holy light between the rallies, because we all know that it's never lost in the history of Magic. Booyah. Boom, boom. Wabbit season. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep the show like it's always been, Saturday mornings this time. Otherwise, I'm just staring at the clock, waiting to go, even though I can walk to work in about 12 minutes. I have timed it. The bummer part is I walk pretty fast, and so a few times I've done that, I get to work and I'm kind of, a little sweaty, and I'm just like, I don't want to start the day like that. So even though it's so close, I tend to try to talk the family members into Maybe if they're going out, just drop me off there. I don't mind walking home. Woo, mulligan that. Yeah. You really want to hold on for 2 land hands. This deck really punishes you if you don't get that. We'll keep this. This is just the least needed. Probably got them on their toes a little bit, dropping Holy Light. It's like, talk about, well, 2002 called as far as online goes, but I mean, that card's as old as I am in Magic. That's first printed in the dark, and so was I. Duck season. Yeah, there needs to be more ducks in Pauper. I know they got turtle ducks. Whoo, boy, am I glad to see that journey, especially right here. Man, oh man. Hopefully that's what they're leaning on for the thrill kill here. But they, they are on the right colors to either bounce that or just disenchant it. Don't know if they go as far as to bring a Dawnbringer Cleric in, but this is Grogberg we're talking about. So anything's up for grabs. Off we go. Here comes the wabbits. Bum, bum, bum. Ephemerate's a really good trick too against like Echoing Truth style things when you're going really wide. You got to have kind of built-in what do you call defense. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. See, bring this out. That was a cool. Who was that first time chatter again? I remember on my end their look ended up green, but as far as their font on the screen goes, love when we get some new ones. Wagon Seal. That doesn't sound German. Sun defense. Parasol literally means sun defense. Huh. Good grief. Hardcasted Lauren review. Is it that late in the game already? I guess if you get Natural on turn 5, you're ready to go. This is when this deck really shines and why I lean on Ramosian Rally, just because you're churning out critters so often. Now that we've got this opening, we're just going to do this, to do this, to do this. Boop, 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 bam. Crunch. Oh. It's serious, folks. They need a whole lot of Prismatic Strands. That's really cool to know. Parasol means sun defense. All right, we're going to wait to do that because they probably have a Prismatic Strands. Some serious damage. Yep. Yeehaw. All right, I'd rather have 2 answers. Let's go. I'm just going to come in with the rabbits. Yeah. Well, one of these 2. Do they got the thing? Do I got them? All right. Very cool. We win in 21 minutes. Bodes well for the rest of the show playing out. Custom match. Let's go. Bam. Rabbits. Chimpskey. Uh-oh. If anything's going to make our clock go long, it's going to be this match. The king of mid-range. Even his avatar suggests it. Just chilling, slowing down the heart rate, hanging out in cold water, slowing everything down. Sorry about that. Oh, I figured. I think I called that. I've assumed as much. Hey, this is a pretty good hand. I love 3-mana hands with our little engine on board. We'll keep. I got a feeling it'll be 40 minutes from now before game 1's over. I love playing Chimpskey, but then sometimes I don't. If it's later in the night, I dig it. Actually, I'm going to lead off with this because there's more clicks required, and I can get that out of the way early. But yeah, if it's late in the night and I've got my Magic, urge finished up, I'm cool with it. I can last it out. But man, there's sometimes like y'all itching to play some like fast Magic, and you run up against Chimpskey, and you're just like, oh god. It's like one game in, you're like, I've had enough. All right. Well, they're trying to do the life thing, so let's set things off here just so we can. I want to hang back here, so we'll be able to protect our Hare Apparent if they answer with it and ephemerate it. I mean, obviously, it'd be very cool if there were 2 out there, because it's not going to do much of a trigger other than just saving it. Whoa, I like this deck already. Cavern Harpy, I've tried to make that work since day 1. This is good times. Very good times. Ooh, Serpent's Pass. That's an avatar card, right? Yeah. Man, that's pretty. Wow. Yep. That is a set just made for Magic the Gathering. so many of them that come out. Well, in our store anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is just like non-seller. We have so much of that product. It's just sitting there. Whereas there's so many other ones that are just kind of like symbiotic with Magic. And man, Avatar is just like, I wouldn't be I mean, I'm a fan of both. So of course I'm going to say that, but I wouldn't be against them revisiting that once a year. It just, I felt like that, and same with the Lord of the Rings. I mean, it just fits perfectly with like Magic lore and stuff. So, this is getting dicey quick. Only good thing is we're gaining life. Come on, give me a rabbit. Any rabbit will do. I considered, speaking of turtles, putting in a Leonardo in this one. Oh, nice, Shrieking Drake. I had that in, what was it, Blue Robots, that deck that I like to play. Do the thing here. This is going to be another Holy Light deck. Very much so. Oh, let's put these up here. Here we go. Let's start clicking. I'm narrating too much, not really paying attention to what's happening. Return the creature to your owner's hand. Come on, rabbits, where you at? Bring this out. Sure. I think I'll attack here. Well, you know, they are playing. I'm going to hold this for Suffocating Fumes. Suffocating Fumes is just your opponent's creatures, correct? Because if it says all creatures, then that would be a good thing to know. You know, I only play 18 of these. You'd think I'd have a little bit more by now, but creatures your opponent control. Yeah, okay, so much better to just sit back on Rally. Might have to save our crew here. Surveilling, curtailing. That is a hell of a hellhound there. Rough. All right, maybe we'll kill him by Zealot. Everything's going on the stack. We've said stack automatically, but it doesn't seem to like to do that. Yeah, I did brew with this and Flying Men, but I could just find better things. Like there was the that little artifact bird that scries because it's an artifact, and then Thoughtcast was a thing, you know, and same with the Of One Mind and such. So shows you the power creep even at silly 1-drop flying 1/1 levels. There we go. They're keeping up with our critter count. It's getting a little ridiculous to try to keep up with us here. Oh, this is when I really love Dig Site. We're going to surveil right now. I want to make sure I'm not going to hit a land. Garbage. Chill out. I'll do it on upkeep too because I have a plane where our deck tops out at 2 mana, so we're good. So I'll play this land and then we'll hopefully stay away from any others. I'll take these all day long. Dreamstalker. That is one of the creepiest cards if you really look at it. Bum, bum, bum. Here we go. So this upload for you YouTube users is going to be tonight, probably more like 9 p.m. or something because I'm not off work till 7 p.m. my time. And not to be dishonest, but the uploads have been taking a ton of time. Here to get 1/1 until the end of turn. Yuck. I don't like that. I hope he doesn't keep returning that. That's going to suck. And so it might not end up being that big of a difference anyway. I don't want to yield to the 4th Bridge Prowler. I don't think it's worth a card, though. Yeah, I'll let him kill that. I mean, I could ephemerate that. I'll ephemerate it. Let's go. Bloop. Gain some more life. Oh, great. Somebody's like buzzsawing metal outside. That does wonders for the audio. Hopefully you can't hear that, everybody. I wish you could right-click on a card and say, pass the turn unless this becomes relevant. Or something like that. That's probably a coding disaster. It is not audible. Okay. Yeah, I've always got little baby ears, so that's on me. Here we go. Might as well gain a few more life here instead of wasting the card. Bloop. Off we go. I'm sure it's not going to live very long. Uh-oh, I didn't do the thing, but that's okay. We'll do this. Blop. gain in some stuff. Off we go. We're going to have to make sure that Attendant has its dealio here. Let's go. I have to reset it? I do not. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to do it now. Surveil. Oh, I like that. So we'll say top. We're getting there. We're getting there. Buying enough time with life here. Good, good. Oh, don't I know it. So I've got an Hare Apparent coming up. Told you guys this game was going to take forever. I think I'm going to let this go. Yeah, Lumithread Field is going to be really good if we draw one. Like this, because like I said, we could play anything we draw and we can surveil every turn. Of course, they're making our surveil look not nearly as good. How are they gaining life? Are they gaining life? Shoot. Well, I wish I would have done this at a different time, but whatever. Blop. Drawing a card. Here we go. An honest mana base. I always have honest mana. Can someone spot where they're gaining life? Is it the lands? No. Feels like they should be, they've used that bounce effect more than that. Curious. They should be playing Suture Priest. All right, off we go. Gaining some life. Come on now, let's go. Whack. Down come the rabbits. We'll do the thing. 1, 2, 3. We'll save graveyard. No dead draws for me, please. Next rally, I'm just going to swing. Not to be dishonest. That'd be a good t-shirt. Damn, Chimpskey doing the thing. They're going to be able to pay enough life. So I want to do a little alpha strike if we do draw into a rally, just for very obvious reasons. Get that mana nice and low so that they don't do the thing here. Let me turn off my silent mode. Come on. There we go. Whoa. Haven't seen that card in years. When this creature enters, if you control a black permanent, 2 life swing. Forgot all about that card. And Chimpskey's always good for that. Well, you don't have that high of a life total. Taking a consistent, almost double digit, starting next turn, 2, 4, 6, 8. Next turn will be 12. Damn. Go and get it. Uh-oh, here comes the life again. I don't think we're winning this one. Hold on a minute here. Let me surveil. Making sure we're not going to find something dumb like a land. That's fine. Top. We'll play it. Blop. Doing the thing. Let's attack with some bunnies. There's nothing that can really... Well, the Strix can do it, but we'll get in 2 damage here. All right. So far, the dig site hasn't done too much other than avoiding 1 land, but believe me, going to want to avoid a lot more than that moving forward. Okay. Not many spells. This is mostly a creature-based strategy, so... Oh boy. Lots of critters coming through. Don't like our odds here. I might start to... I probably should have thrown 2 guys in front of the ambusher there. I'll do that next turn. Returning creature. Probably going to get that little 1/1 dude back to kill one of our Soul's Attendants here. Yep. Bye-bye, Soul's Attendant. Cutting off our life engine. I think game 1's going to go to them. No shortage of creatures on this battlefield. Woo! Good times. Pretty sweet little list. It is working well. Man, Holy Light is going to wreck this if we draw it. Of course, got to wait till the next 2 games. We'll call this white, black, hue. Shoot, the one time I forgot to do it. There's a punt. 2, 3. Let's surveil. Don't care about that. Graveyard. I'll keep this because it's better than them drawing a card. Yeah, we'll attack. Let's go. At least we'll cut down on some of these critters. All right, well, this will make the battlefield a lot more manageable. Whoop. Oh, I hope you feel better there, Mindstab. No problem. Bye-bye, Attendant. Still at 60, but now our life's cut off. I've already sort of suggested that I'm going to not block those ambushers. Still might not this turn. Don't really want to... This is getting grim quick. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. Prophecy became true. Discard the land. What's it coming at us with? A menace, eh? We'll shut this engine off at least, too. I'll let those ambushers through one more turn. I'll stay back on defense and try to kill them that next turn. Flying is hexproof. Makes me want to have a quicksand. I did it again. Dang it. Surveil. Just don't play this deck enough to do the thing. We'll say top. I'll play it out. I mean, they have the answer for it in the form of bouncing that guy. It'll at least take some more time. Yield to the turn. If he lets me, I'll block with the Attendant Rabbit token on one of the ambushers. Life total's getting way too high. We're blocking. No more life gain for you, sir. Hopefully. All right. Get you all on the YouTubes. Drawing cards. I don't know why I'm letting this go. We have, let's see, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm gonna scoop this up. We can't compete with that air onslaught. We don't have battle screech in this list, so that would help a lot. Strands is nice. Holy Light's nice. Don't need those. 1-to-1 answers aren't going to be too great. I think I'll lose the charm. We really want to see Lumithread Field to prevent the shenanigans there. What else? Get rid of 4 things, huh? I want to keep our kill shot. I think I could lose some Ephemerates. Maybe 1 Hare Apparent. Let's go. Yeah, there's enough stuff out there. Holy Light was initially an inclusion because if you look at the mana curve on this and you get any sort of a spell stutter sprites across the table from you, you are in deep trouble. So kind of a neat way to overextend there, or make them pay for overextending. Boom, boom, boom. Don't really want to go to the Journey to Nowhere plan, the 1-for-1. Their creatures are pretty efficient. Feels like I'm going to fall behind in tempo if I went that route. I mean, there's scenarios where that would work, but I like this. Keep. This is the kind of hand, though, where like I have the cure for flood and Tocasia's dig site, and yet I might draw like 3 lands in a row here. That would really suck. What you really want to have happen here, especially at a natural 4, is to never draw another one. We'll see. Just always like the washed out art here. It just looks very I don't know, what it should look like artifice and ancient. Number 1 campfire. That'd make a good t-shirt, Grogberg. That'd be pretty sweet. Off we go. Let's bring out the Hare Apparent. Apparently my plan should work. It's about the 4th apparent joke we've made today, right? And 2 holy lights. Nice enough that we can... Not going to get too reckless with them, right? And here we go. Hare Apparent. Down comes the goods. Boom. Attack. I've been playing left-handed for like almost 2 years now, I think. I'm actually going to lose the strands. I'm not going to be actively casting that. But my wife the other day was helping me with some tax form, and she's like, God damn it. Always moving my mouse. Whenever the date was that I hurt my hand. All right, we'll bring out the life package. We'll bring out this package. I kind of messed up there. I really should have played Dig Site. If they've got another refurbished familiar, I'm in a wee bit of trouble. I'm not going to be afraid. Let's go. Got to put an end to this quick. Untapped. All right. Oh, there goes our dig site. Darn it. Oh, well. Might want to attack first. Yep, that one hurts a bit. Much rather that be a plane. We've only got 1 more dig site. That's on me, though, not the deck. Just talking through my turn a little too fast there. Prismatic, we can keep our team alive. Let's go like this. That's why I love having a really creature-heavy list, because I can just do a full send and have Prismatic Strands back up. Cool. Smack. And we'll bring this back via that veteran. Here we go. Feels like we're going to a game 3. It'd be so fun to top deck a Holy Light right now. Wipe out. I normally say right click, but now I'm left clicking. Bazooka bog. No, hold on a minute here. We're gonna go blop, boom. Say black. Now we'll yield. Trippy bog. Burrow downs. No attackies. No preventies. Do they have the thing? Ooh-wee. Let's attack. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I could have just cast that, but they might have removal. So I'm just going to do the alternate just in case they have, I don't know, mana leak. You never know with them, Chimpskey. 2, 3. All right. Let's do the thing. Tapping this. Bloop. Does it work? I don't have too many spells in that list, but there's a hexproof. All right. Suggesting they might have access to some sort of dispel. Blop. Same as before. Let's do it some more. Bam. Come on, Holy Light. Where you at? We got to do the superstitious move here. I'll put this between these and this Holy Light between, let's put it between the dig sites. That has never been done in the history of magic. I am the first. Let's go. Opinion of Recommission, Helping Hand, and Hare Apparent. Easily with +3 power. Yeah, that's kind of the Ephemerate logic there. Not really up against much removal that I can see other than the -1/1 dude. I don't think Ephemerate's not a card I want to be seeing in this matchup, so off it goes. Game 3. 2 lands. Perfect. 2 strands. And a rally. All right. Would be nice if we had a little... Hey, maybe we'll top deck a Soul Sister. Let's see. I thought Mindstrap Throw was feeling ill. Hey, look at that. We did it. Here we go. I gotta get me a black propaganda mug with the white. More my style. Here we go. The engine begins. We are suffocating fumes proof, but we're not Fourth Prowler Street whatever proof. Whambo. Yeah, 2 lands, 2 keeps. Yeah. I mean, if you top deck a land, you're good to go. You only need two lands for this deck to work, but man, if you get stuck, you're really, really stuck. It's bad. Here we go with this. Bring out the Hare Apparent. Let's go. I'll attack with just that. Is this reckless? I'm going to do it. Heck with it. Plop. Pow. Bing. Did that kind of suggest that we have another one? I don't. I actually really want to see Refurbished Familiar show up here. I don't want to have to cast Prismatic Strands. Cool. We can kill that. And Strands, if we draw land, we do not. We do not have a Strands. We'll do the thing. Whack. I'm going to come in. I will block that Ambusher. Post haste. Fear of Surveillance. Yes. Surveillance pretty cool. All right, rabbits, let them have it. What's this trick? Uh-oh. Is that plus 1/1? It is. Darn it. Ah. Our rabbits are dead. Sayaba. So 1/1 benefit. Alrighty. Let's attack here. Everything but this guy. Boom. It's pretty obvious what we're holding. I just want to get one of these strands in the yard, so I'm just going to kind of hold out here, do the obvious. Got him at 12. Overabundance of strands. I'll just use it now. Strands. Call black. Oh yeah, Rafine's Informant. There's another. Alrighty. Alrighty. Sayaba. Ooh, that's kind of cool right now, isn't it? Let me do this here. We're just gonna cast this. There's no need for tricks. 2/3 on the 3. We'll chill out. I'm gonna kill some ambushers here. Cool, cool. Feel like we're getting this one. Come on, Holy Light, where you at? $16. Very creative ways of finding access to life gain while keeping the theme alive. Would expect nothing else from Chimpskey. Bring out another critter. Let's not do anything. Chill out. Ambushers are gaining my respect here. Taking 3. Are these like a rat ninja? All right. Hey, I like that card. I have to ask him, Chimpskey, would he have known that if he wasn't a PauperRBust fan? Maybe. Not like I made the card or anything, but oh, come on. I missed the little key. All right. Well, I'm going to have to click a lot. Grabbing the goods. Here we go. Yep. Pickkeeper's one of those cards. Feels like when I play it, people are just like, what? Shows my age, but there's benefits to being old. Here we go. More critters. Plop. Bam, boom, bing. Let's go. Wait until we draw some good stuff. A lot of stacking going on here. Always this, always yield. Ugh. All right. We need a rally to show up here. So now we've turned off that silly 1/1 9th Bridge Prowler dude. Uh-oh, here we go. We'll do this, tapping this, call him black. This is kind of neat timing because I think they're going to assume I don't have a Prismatic Strands effect. So they might send those ambushers in. But we've got to remember he's got the Saiba, so I'm going to have to like do a few quad blocks. Actually, they'll fall right in line with what we're trying to do. Boop, bam, boozle. All right, I'm going to act like we didn't draw nothing. I'm going to sit back. This is so obvious what we're doing. Prismatic Strands is so deadly because you can cast it. You need like 2 counter spells here. It's like White's version of 2 untapped islands. Yep. I'm going to get it in the yard because I don't want to mess my turn up. I'll just throw this back. Call blue. Blue. Yield through the turn. Let's go. Come on. Where's our holy light? Oh, that'd be a bloodbath. Come on, holy light. Where you at? Non-token. Yeah, that's easy enough. What was one of these dudes? Then we can get a flyer out of the deal. Start gaining life when things die. Boom. Off we go. Come on now. Let's do this. And this. Getting to that point where we might just want to alpha swing. Yeah, we'll tell that. Thank God for Prismatic Strands. Good mono black with only hairs. Dark Rabbit. Sounds like a novel or some Netflix show. Wait, that's why I'm thinking of it. I think Black Rabbit is a really good show on Netflix. I think that's what it's called. Hey, no attackies. I like that. Something good. Let's go. Not that. I think I can attack here. So I've got Strands in hand. Let's go. Roar. It's got the Saiba to be careful about. Just going to cast this from my hand. Or should I? That way if it gets countered, I can activate Soul Warden. If I do the opposite, I'm kind of dead. I can prevent the crackback of the life gainer dudes. Bloop. Call black. Bam. No life. Yep. Gaining life here. Got him at 3. We just alpha strike next turn. Oh, he let the ambusher go. Interesting. The power of Prismatic. Prismatic evolution. I've been talking about that at work a lot with Pokemon. I was like, Prismatic everywhere. Captain Vlad Tepes. Hey. Oh, my goodness. 64 months. Captain title assured. Should be lead general at that rate, right? 4 life, gonna get him to 7. I just strike, right? I'll let that through. Woo! All right. Lose, win, win. Lose, win, win. Kind of cool. I got to get some stuff real quick as far as coffee persuasion goes, and I'll be right back. You know, America's 250 birthday is right now, so I figured this was a pretty timely little thing. I'll be right back right after this.
A new nation where we choose our own laws, choose our own leaders, and choose our own systems of weights and measures.
Weights and measures, sir?
Yes. One day, our proud nation will measure weights in pounds, and that 2,000 pounds shall be called a ton.
And what will 1,000 pounds be called, sir?
Nothing. Because we will have no word for that.
Seems like we should have a word for 1,000 pounds, sir.
And yet we won't. Because we are free men. And we will be free to measure liquids and liters and milliliters. But not all liquids, only soda, wine, and alcohol.
Only those, sir.
Yes. Because for milk and paint, we will use gallons, pints, and quarts, God willing.
Okay. And how many liters are in a gallon, sir?
Nobody knows.
Every day at Magic's game testing facility, crack geneticists are hard at work engineering new creatures to help you annihilate your opponent. Of course, mistakes do happen. Magic the Gathering. Beat your friends.
And we're back. I'm going to skip this mulligan. We need 2 lands here. Dang it. If we were on the draw, I might consider keeping this, but I'm going to mulligan again. Oh boy, we're getting into that stage now. Can't really risk that too much more. We'll keep. I really hope this doesn't make us pay. I'm going to get rid of this. This. Let's go. I'll bring out Attendant. We're 2-0, losing the first game every game, and then winning. We'll see if that keeps up. Watching NL World Cup game. Woo! Thanks for having both of us on there, Jargle. Yeah, Lumithread Field can be quite the lifesaver there. Oh boy. All right. This is going to be spot removal. We might be in luck. All right, let's do the thing here. Bloop. And off we go. Yield. He's like, oh crap. It's going to need a lot of removal. But black's the color for it. Speaking of Lumithread Field, and this is really frustrating. This is like the worst thing to play against us, but it's working because we had a double mulligan. That's maddening. All right, well, we're just going to get our life package out. Hopefully we can do something about things. Here we go. They put out a crypt rats. I'm going to scoop. I've never seen the dancing octopus before, Jargle. That's new for me. Unless they're sitting back on suffocating fumes here. That could be a thing. This is probably a misplay. They have suffocating fumes now. They get a 3 for 1. Whatever. Let's go. Booyah. Don't do it like that, kids. Attack and then drop the card if you're going to play impatiently like Uncle Deluxe here. Getting nervous. In 2 hours, I start work, and I'm sitting here streaming worldwide. It feels like, oh, hurry up. If I'm not a half hour early, I'm late. That's how my brain works. So it's probably not the best thing for stress. Always been that way since I was a little kid. It started when I was about 8. I came down to visit my sister, and she is a notorious, massive sleeper. She can sleep like 30 hours straight. It's crazy. Always has. And we overslept on the plane ride, and we were like an hour away, and the plane left in like 25 minutes, and she got me there. And ever since then, I was so like traumatized or rattled from just being stressed out of, missing that I think that was the catalyst for it. That's like when I really got, just having to be early. All right. Well, they're just going kind of all in on this kill everything that moves plan. This is cool. We'll bring out our dude here. Bloop. And that scenario, had I known that was their plan, I would have done that first. And we would have gained some more life out of the deal, but whatever. I just want to draw a land, maybe like a Tocasia's dig site, drop the Hare Apparent, keep moving. All right, there we go. Good grief. This is like all creatures versus all removal. Who's going to win? Boop, boop, boo. Let's bring this out. I'll just keep the life train going here. I've seen Tithing Blades. They're going to use Snuff Outs on 1/1s. I'm fine with that. We might, I don't know where our third land is here. Really going to want to keep Ephemerate in this list. I'm assuming they're going to have like a Arms of Hadar style effects or the Sorrow card. So, all right. So this is just like a old school troll engine. I always respect these builds. They're able to really hit consistent early mana, and then they have a late game threat. That's pretty sweet. Removal.deck. I made a deck a long time ago called Nero. Yeah, this game's over. And it was a mill deck, but it was black based. Yeah, I want to use it. And it just had pretty much every removal spell ever in it. It was like 290 cards or something like that. And it just milled the old fashioned way by running the deck out. But it reminds me of this. It was just removal. Even had the zombies with the snow covered land. Gangrenous zombies. Yeah. Every game we're starting off with a loss. Okay. Mono B kill. I just like to emphasize, like, there's mono black and then there's like these kind of kill all decks, which is kind of how I like to play them too. So, not going to need much in the way of any of this stuff. We don't really have too many options here. Thraben Charm. I think I'd rather be on Journey to Nowhere. We have seen some graveyard interaction. This is when I really wish I had more Lumithread Fields. I did initially have 4 of them. Just felt like it was a little reckless. Yeah, that's why we rely on Dig Site, Dreamer Stango, just to prevent bad draws and that stuff. If I did lose 2 of these, I think I'd rather be on 2 Journeys. I don't want to be removing the yard and playing that fight when I could just, take out a creature straight up. Black historically doesn't have any ways of dealing with that. Prismatic, interesting. I mean, be bringing in against. I like where we're at here. Problem with Prismatic, if somebody knows what they're doing, they just trip for 1, and you Prismatic, then they hold down control and they trip again. It's still on the stack. It's not in the graveyard, etc. All right, here we go. This is a good hand. We'll keep. They're probably going to be able to kill everything in our hand. So it'd be nice if we get a Ephemerate, but we're probably looking at a first turn Defile again. Good news is we can just flash this back, which I think I will do in the case that we do draw an Ephemerate, and then we can at least save one of these Hare Apparents from becoming deadly apparent. Off we go. All right, well, change of plans. I'll just go crazy on those. This is when I wish I had a Mesmeric Fiend in white so I could pull the Crypt Rats out of their hand, but not to know that they have it or not, but they might. Just want to do is the maximum amount of damage so that they don't even want to trip the rats because they're close to death, but pretty far away. It'd be really nice to have a Lumithread Field show up. I mean, just keeps you like 1 more swamp away from death. There we go. Cool. All right, we'll get rid of this. I've seen enough here. Let's go 1 drop, please. Nope. All right. I'll at least be a little more Tithing Blade proof here. Coming on in for this. Don't want to see a Marauder right now. That would really suck. Okay. Ooh, that suggests like more of a Hadar angle. Nope. I do not like splashy splash. Let's go. Attack. Yeah, you better have it now. Problem is, they have the mana for it. We win next turn if they don't have mass removal, but they might have mass removal. And if they do, we are really dead. Is this the sorrow? Nope, it's a talisman, but they might still have sorrow. They got it. What a bummer. Wipe out. Time to rebuild, folks. Well played, sir. We have to go all in. They don't. It's just kind of a built-in advantage there. Bring this out. I'm going to bring out the veteran just so we have something. Bring this. We'll play the plane next turn, and then we'll start digging. I'll dig on upkeep, too. Palace Sentinel's a nice call. If I had access to Prismatic Strands main, that might be yeah, that's a good call. Can't believe that Tithing Blade is actually doing work in this matchup. Kudos to our opponents for their timing. Surveil. Shirt, top. Probably the most, outside of lands, that's the most probable call. Let's go. I'm sure it won't live to see it one day. And just like that, the game's almost even. Our opponents got kind of a life engine on their own. 3 a turn. And I just got to hope that they don't have anything. They do. There's that. Such a mean card against this list. In case unless we draw a Journey to Nowhere here. We force them to do a 1-for-1 here. This looks to be like our first loss. Graveyard. Thank you, dig site. All right. Attack. Might as well. Not to be honest, not to be dishonest. Yeah, this is such a lost cause here. This is like a rock meets paper. Or more apt analogy would be paper meets scissors. I would think the jaws of the rats are more like a scissor. Oh, I wish I had Ephemerate. I did have a build that ran all 4, but I was just looking at it a little too often. I think this is the right call. Surveil, 1, 2, 3. Kind of a gamble when if you do it. Graveyard. Attack here. Surveil. Well, we've saved 2 despondent land draws here. God, that would have been depressing. Is this the troll showing up? Oh. Spake of the Monarch. I'm about to scoop, guys. Let's just see what our next card is. We have to find a Journey here real quick. I mean, we're so far away from... They're just gaining so much life. And the nature of that deck, that they've got so many sweepers. We've already seen Drown in Sorrow and Crypt Rats. It's a white border, too. I mean, talk about a kick in the crotch. Woo! Oh, man. The sun is getting to us already, right, Nim? All right, here we go. Surveil. 1, 2, 3. Keep us away from... I don't really like that either. Journey? Ah, that's pretty cool. I'll just cast it. Be funny if they... This way, at least they have to kill the thorn. I might have tripped that in response, but they probably have a way around that. Defile. Yep. Bye-bye. Need to find my Journey, and even if we do, it just feels like we got such an uphill battle. We need like a Winding Way effect in white just to fill up our hand with a bunch of critters. Hope they don't have a sweeper still, you know. Just so many ways around our line of fire. And it should be, you know, this is black versus white. Does it get more black and white than that, right? Use real world analogies meets Magic the Gathering analogies. Here we go. I'm going to just see what the dig site pulls up. I don't get Journey right now. I'm just going to scoop. Put it in the graveyard. At least we've shown off dig site. Yeah, this is just torture, and I don't want to feel this way. Good job, our first loss. Concede. All right, Eros 91. Yeah, that would have been a good call. Bring up the... All right, so we're 2-1. Let's create. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, that's why this runs 19 lands. You just really have to have that second land in your opener. And 18 is mathematically correct, but man, I don't like to mulligan with this list. Order of Litbeer used to see a lot of play, and then they printed Suffocating Fumes. You used to have Dry Spell or Nausea or a Fester Creep. There's an old blast from the past that a lot of people don't know about. Tortured Existence engines used to use Fester Creep to some pretty nice abilities. There's some neat tricks too if you can mess with its stats and keep it alive. Woo! Or if you're like me, you want to use Deathhead's Buzzard. Rah! Oh, we like this hand. We'll keep Rabbits incoming, just not in our opener. Yeah, Fester Creep. That shows your age in a good way. It's like mad respect. Deathhead's Buzzard. Want to show you the newest build of the Drain deck, but maybe, no, not next week. My son and I are working on a deck with the new Marvel cards that we're going to try to have ready by Saturday. I've learned my lesson. We will play this. We will get the benefit. Just in case they eviscerate our hand, we have the dig site in play. Anybody a fan of dig site like I am? I really like... I mean, so far today only, it's made us just lose slower. But there are times when it's just that crucial. Like, I do not want to see a land on my upkeep, and then you drop the rabbit and you go for the win. There's a lot of decks that I've been tinkering with dig site. I do like that, and it's usually white based because of the, issues that we brought up with regards to it. Oh, I like that. Now they're letting one equal the other, at least on that upkeep. I don't have to set each one, I guess, anymore. It's just as long as you've done it to a Soul's Attendant, it does it. That's pretty nice. All right. I'm not sure if this is worth flipping. We'll do here. I'm just going to cast this. I could attack, and then whatever he blows up, I could do the thing, but I'm just going to sit back. Jargle. I guess you could interpret the Death Heads that way. Oh, I get it. Ocelot. That's right. Our opponent's name. I thought you were going with a bit of a stretch on Death Head's Buzzard, like why it kills everything, right? You can take it both ways. Sure, we'll do this. Yeah, I think you need to do the Marauder on these scenarios, but I'll do that. Keep it alive. All right, well, we're in that scenario. Gonna dig side EOT. We got plenty of lands. I don't want to see another land in the rest of the game. God, I wish there was a way for white to do that. Just tithe all your lands out. Sure. All right. Down he goes. What do we got? Any interaction? Are we going to the end step? I have a farm named Tocasia's Pig Site. Yeah. Let's go. They don't like things to live, do they? Okay, graveyard. Thanks a lot, deck. I kind of feel like just these little tiny victories with each time I dig into the Tocasia's site here. I'm going to do this on upkeep. I really don't want to see it. But there's no guarantee that we don't hit like double lands here, right? Don't really care about that. Yeah, we'll say graveyard. I need stuff. Damn it. All right. Thank God that wasn't a land. I'll dig site on upkeep just because when we get to 6 mana, it's ideal. 4 for the dig site, 2 for any spell in the deck. Everything costs 2 or less, so. Okay. I do like that Palace Sentinels idea. I think we might want to fit in 2. We'll do that little what did we learn sort of thing, and maybe we'll go from there. Oh, shoot. Talked right through it. Okay, well, 3. Yeah, let me, do I want to do the face down thing against a black deck? Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to do this for the trick value. I'm going to hold on to the, you-know-who. It's pretty obvious what we've got, but you never know. Maybe it's a frontline strategist. This is when I love this card. I'm just like, haha, thanks for using your spell. Bloop. Yeah, Fengraph's pretty cool. I just hate that randomness of it. I guess it makes sense. You're digging around in the graveyard at night, right? You don't know what you're going to dig up. You miss the grave. You ever all see the new Dungeons and Dragons with the guy that played Kirk? God, it's a strong movie. It has Hugh Grant as the villain. It's just one of those movies, like if you just want something on in the background, like The Princess Bride, or in our case, Willow. Willow's a little favorite here in this household, but man, that Dungeons and Dragons, it was, I don't know, it was like 5 or 6 years old, but it's such a strong movie. But I love that scene when they raise the dead and they have to ask it 5 questions, or it'll answer 5 questions, I think, and then they leave it at 4, and the guy's just like eternally undead, and he's like, wait. I forget what the payoff was, but it was a really funny little movie. I was very tickled how good that was. All right, we have saved 2 draws. Don't be a land, please. Do I just chill out here? Yeah, I'm going to wait. We're up against 1-for-1 removal. I just want to have something pay off here with the Hare Apparent. I'm going to risk drawing a land here, or should I? What are we seeing? Cast down math. I'll do that. I'll keep digging. 1, 2, 3. Aha. Graveyard. Deck's trying to screw me over. Take that. I'm going to bring this out. I'm not too worried about life gain. If they've got some sort of edict effect, I'd rather the Soul Warden go down. If it lives through it, then we're going to have a fun next turn. I won't dig site next turn, but we've already saved 3 draws. Okay, cool. There's good removal for us. Honor Amongst Thieves. I think that's the one. Yeah, it's got the Captain Kirk dude in it. It's just a really well done movie. Thank God. This is awesome. Do this. It's like the best draw ever. Because we kind of gambled on the dig site not hitting, right? They're going to have a removal for that answer. Yeah, it came out. We just hit play because, you know, who doesn't like a good kind of Dungeons and Dragons style story? And it was similar to the K-pop Demon Hunters. My wife and I looked at each other like 10 or 15 minutes into it, and we're like, this is really good. Jarnathan, that's the name. That's right. He's a dragon. He's the opening scene. He's like pleading to get out of jail, and he keeps talking about this character Jarnathan that doesn't show up. It's like this dragon dude, and he ends up making a jailbreak. And then while he's falling, they're like, "But your parole was granted," and then he's just running for it. All right, we're out of range a little bit here. This is frustrating. We have done the thing, and now we're going to get hurt for it. 1, 2, 3. Digging. Surveilling. I'll throw this in the graveyard because we can cast it from there. All right, let's do this. We'll at least get life from death here. Attack. Yeah. Not enough, though. Needed to get like a Ramosian Rally. Even that's not going to save us. But if they equip it, it might work out. Oh, God. This is this is over. Can we run into any more black decks, please? I'm just putting a Ditto under the matchup, right? It's like, who are you up against? Ditto. It's another kill-all list. Death, 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 death. Looks like we're going to be 2-2 going into the last one here. Ba, ba, ba. Who invited mono black kill-all decks today? 2 of them. 2 out of 4. It's about time to scoop. Got a good thing going here. It's just our life totals are similar, and like I said last round, they just longer you wait, we don't have enough time to kind of set up here to do the thing. Surveil 1, 2, 3. All right, that's a good card. Top. I'm gonna scoop here, guys. Plop. L. Lost every first game. We're 2-1 technically on the board, but this is gonna be a very tough sell. All right, Holy Light I am going to bring in. There's a lot of 1 toughness stuff there. Journey's another good card. At least ask him to do the thing. Prismatic. Again, I don't really like that against said company. I'll bring out the Charm. Not too worried about. I think I'm going to lose the Attendants here. Just for the clickability here. All right, we'll keep one of them in. Flop. Let's go. Yeah, Toxin's such a good card. I remember getting really excited when that got printed. I was like, oh boy, they finally did it. Like, what do they have? Like 14 black instants that bring stuff back from combat death. That's crazy. I think it's up there with like disenchant effects in white. I want to play first? Yeah, I do. Yuck. Mulligan. Too many lands. Perfect. Keep. We'll throw out a plane. Done. I'll do the thing here. That is the #1 deck that we haven't played in the longest time. I think it's been well over a year since I played my Death Touch Ping deck, which is the Trinket Mage Simic one. Just not really well positioned right now. As far as when I take it out for test drives, I keep thinking I can like save it somehow, but since we have Ephemerate, I'm going to gamble here, and we're just going to bring this out, and if we get another plane, we might be able to dodge removal. That's the theory anyway. The reality is we're up against a rock and a hard place, and so we just got to hope they don't have it, and we can just kind of get in as fast as we can. Yeah, and I was looking at all the play times of the majority of the propaganda videos. It's so rare that I go over 3 hours. It's usually 2.5 is like big time, but it's usually right at the 2-hour mark. Oh, good. Here we go. A little reprieve from the governor. All right. Now, do I journey or what? If I get a plains, I'm going to be happy. Happy. Now then, do I do the thing here? Let's do this. Journey. I know that's better for the rat, but we're going to use it now so we can just keep attacking with pressure. Attack. I'm not too big of a fan of the Prowler. Even in decks where it really fits well. Easy to play around. I feel like it got extra credence or like street cred just because for when it first came out it was hard to get. Good Lord. Sounded like they ran into a rivet out there. It was not an even tread. All right, give me a rabbit. Now. We're doing the thing. I'll just chill out. I will not dig site. Get to 6, I'll start doing it. I really want to see a, I was about to say Doomblade. Cast Down. Cast Down's getting more and more irrelevant as these legendary commons keep getting printed. Not many of them are playable, but Leonardo is definitely an option. So Leonardo in this list is worth discussing, but you have to realize that if it's relevant, you've already won. The only time you're going to want to really have some like kabam payoff, and it's like you might as well have a synergistic way of protecting your stuff in the form of Ramosian Rally or the Lumithread Field. That's kind of more organic to what you're trying to do, rather than some Plan B Alpha Strike that just, like I said, you're only going to want to see that when you've already done the thing. All right, where is this removal at? Are they just camping out on Hare Apparent? Speaking of the devil, that'd be a good card. Maybe there is a card called Speak of the Devil. Well, that's kind of a free duress there. If they had removal, they probably would have tried to take out the first Hare Apparent on the board. Or they're just sitting on Crypt Rats and we're screwed either way. That's probably the most likely. Kind of wish I had a... What was that? What was that spell that... You know what? I'm going to come in with this dude. Huzzah! Want to gain 3 life? Go for it. I'm not even going to flash it back yet. Give me something to do next turn. I'm going to sit back on Ephemerate here. Cool. All right. Draw 2 cards. Well, if they didn't have Crypt Rats, now they do. Yes. Skyfisher's great no matter what. Yeah, the lack of air power here, there could be an argument there. 2 or 3 of those in the place of some Hare Apparents might be a good call too. Some games it's really amazing how hard it is to find an Hare Apparent when you have 18 of them. Like, come on, man. It's a third of the deck. It's like not drawing land for 10 turns or something. All right. Let's make sure he targets us. Oh, we can't wait for that. Let's do this here. Pop. Now removal's going to really hurt. The best things come to those who wait. Blop. Yeah, this game's over. I'm just going to scoop. I know it doesn't seem like this is just, we're drawing dead. Our engine's dead. So, I mean, that's supposed to happen. We ran into 2 kill-all decks and we've got killed. Polite. And unless you want to go like with a protection package, then you're kind of dumbing down the theme of the deck and stuff. It's one of those, I think you just are better to just say, hey, I lose to that deck. Much better than diluting your sideboard to such a degree that you're still not guaranteed victory. You go from like an 80-20 matchup to like a 75-25 matchup, and yet you're horrible with options in games 2 and 3 against every other deck out there. So it's like, instead of being the rock against paper, it's like you just turn into pebbles and you don't beat anything. All right, here we go. Yep, last game. 1 mana. Nope, mulligan. I just auto zip it back. All right, we'll keep this. Throw it back a plane. And start to complain, as my card says. Battle complaints. Whew, that'd be good in one of those unsets, right? Here we go. We don't want to see a swamp. When we see swamps, we lose. But hey, that's how the color pie works, right? There's an island. All right, cool, cool. I think I'll get out the bunny rabbit as soon as possible here. Cool, cool. I don't like to attack into islands. This is Fae. There's like, what, 18 cards now that have flash and do the minus stat thing. So 1 damage isn't really worth it. I'd rather just gain the life and sit back. The caffeinated man is here. That definitely sounds like my lingo. Oh, to go back to 2024. Know what I know now. I wouldn't send out a single resume. I'd save a collective probably 3 months of 24-hour days of just sending stuff out. That's how grim the industry is. Uh-oh, it's swamps. At least access to it. I'm going to drop that Lumithread Field real quick here. What's more likely to get countered? Let's see. Well, let me bring out. Well, let me bring this out just in case they have a. Let's bring out the Lumithread Field. Cool. All right. That's doesn't bode very well. Suggesting they have suffocating fumes. We only have one more answer for that. Unless we're going to go with a Mtmentat route. Lapse of Memory. Those are the 2 white counterspells, I believe, from the Time Spiral block. Okay, setting off our attacks. Extract a confession. I'm just going to go all in. I'm kind of despondent against swamps right now. It's just like, oh god, 3rd deck in a row. I mean, it is 1/5 of the access point for Magic, but come on now. Let's go. Tocasia's dig site. Off we go. Lapse of Certainty. Ah, I got it wrong. Finally, I'm kind of happy I got that wrong. I made a Simic deck way back in the day, like Ice Age days, and it had Stunted Growth, Plow Under, and Memory Lapse. And I remember people getting so mad at me that they like didn't want to play for like over a week. A few people played at work, and I played that deck for a little while. I was like, how to make people quit Magic. Okay, I know what I'm up against here. Yep. I'm just gonna block everything. He's got suffocating fumes here, so this is just, why not? Let's go. Take your pick. I'm not nerdy enough. Yeah, I know. I was kind of a anomaly in high school because I was like the chess champ for 2 or 3 years, but I was kind of like the martial arts jock guy too. I always like when people don't fit those shells, you know. Remember when Interview with the Vampire came out and Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt were just called pretty boys, and they're pretty good actors. I mean, they're not great, but they're very good. And people were just kind of like, oh, they're just good looking. And it's like, you just put these blinders on, like they're just good looking. That's all they can be. You can't be 2 things. Can't be 3. It's got to be that. I always thought that was kind of funny. That was a bit of a mess up there. I shouldn't have revealed that we have nothing in our hand. Of course, this reveals that they don't have suffocating fumes. Cool. Let me surveil now. I don't have to do it later. Even land's pretty cool here. We'll say top. Got to get the thing going eventually. They're at 10. Feels like we got a little bit of potential. I have not played chess boxing. I know that was a thing about 7 months ago. I saw it everywhere, and then it went away. Okay, I'll run right into that. That's fine. Always yield, please. Okay. Well, let me get the benefit of the life before I run right into this ninja. Okay, gonna be a long day. Attack. We're hellbent, so I mean, there's no big mystery here. They've got an aggressive merfolk looter. And we've got a white lightning bolt every turn. Palace Sentinels would be good. It's just we have no air power. Maybe even Skyfisher, right? Don't want to go the Battle Screech route. Just kind of dumb down the theme, though. Before you know it, you only have like 3 rabbits, and you just are left wondering. All right, this is Demir. What are they discarding? We've already seen 2 counterspells. Can I get a third? Like they discard it. Especially when you're up against a deck like this. You've already got your defense set up. This is actually looking pretty grim for us. It's 30-7, but we can't attack. And they're discarding good cards. This is when you want more. Oh, okay. I was going to say, if they left me 1 mana answer, I'm going to feel pretty good about that, but we're just in top deck mode now. This is fine. I'm going to dig right now. Surveil. Gonna have to wait till we have like 3 cards in our hand before we start doing stuff, and by then they're just gonna have either counter or the stuff. I like this card a lot, the Surveillance Camera. Cool. Yeah, that's a good one to choose. I think I'll be blocking. Yeah, we'll say top. I don't need life that badly. I'd rather them have to. Minus their lack of dig site, maybe they'll top deck a land and not be able to just discard it to the moon circuit. They haven't discarded 1 yet. 6 mana, how much more do you need? I know they're going to EOT, be a little thirsty to do that for 2. Sometimes you can lead the equation. Let's go. Bam. Cool. All right. I think I'm going to sit on that for a turn. 1, 2, 3. Graveyard. Doing the thing. Let's go. It's okay if we draw on land and we slip up on the dig site. Really, 6 is where we want to be resting because everything costs 2. So if we do top deck a land, that's fine. But if we do, especially now that they've just drawn 2 more cards, soon to be 3 on their upkeep, I will wait again if we do draw land because it's better to just dig and then have 2 answers. They probably can remove 1, counter the other, and we're still kind of messed up. But you added a finger to it? Nice. Huh? Oh, is that some unearthed joke? All right. Removal wise, we've only seen the Edict effect and a Snuff Out. Strong contenders, to be sure. Yeah, that could mean a lot of things, couldn't it? All right, we're just going to draw. Is this worth countering? I'll bring it out there. I'm still going to wait on this guy. We're going to dig. Throw it in the graveyard. 2 turns averted. All right. Biscuit time. Let's go. Counterspell. Oh, even worse. At least we gained 3 life out of the deal. Oh, no, 2. Try it again. That's probably a true counterspell. Or they just have a way to kill it. Yep. We started off so hot. We're 2-0. We had 2 bad matchups, and now we're running a swamp, so. You know, you set this for a metagame that's all red, and then we don't see a single mountain all day. That's magic. Come on in. All right, Holy Light, definitely. So surprised how many times I'm writing Holy Light in my sideboard, just to remind myself. I'm not, if I draw an Hare Apparent, I'm not going to cast it right now, so I'm going to Surveil on upkeep. Yep. That's fine. You know, when I play red, you almost have to play kind of one of the standard lists because it's just so streamlined, right? But it's just so everywhere, and people are so tired of it that my YouTube numbers go like they crash when I play meta decks. So I'm always trying to find something 2-point something ish that is quirky and has a chance. That's kind of the formula. I'm not going to cast an Hare Apparent even if if I top deck one, I might. Let's go. No, all right. Oh, that's interesting. We're still going to chill out. Surveil. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't like that. Graveyard. I like the threat of it. Like, that kind of almost suggests we've got one in our hand. It's like, look at this. Gaining more life. Don't like all these fairies about. Now they can counter our rally with one sprite. Yikes. Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's do this. Hare Apparent. Still might be able to pull this one off. They are at 7 life. We do have a rally in our hand, but it's an egregious mix of removal and counter magic. Good news is we're not taking much damage here. Sure, I'm glad we killed that moon circuit so many moons ago. Bring out another one. Snuffing that out, eh? Don't really have an answer for that. All right. God, I wish I had that Ephemerate. But we'd be a turn behind if I did. Good lordy. This is getting ridiculous. They are hellbent. I'm still not going to play that rally. Let's go. Now they're in top deck mode. I'm not too worried. We're gaining 3 life every time a critter shows up, at least on our side. 2 the other way. I'm respecting the counter swing. That's cool. Have we shown them we have not shown them a rally effect yet, so that's pretty cool. We're both kind of in a top deck mode here, so all right. It's not the end of the world, but now I do want to surveil every turn. Get out of here. Deck's trying to screw us over. You see that? I got proof. 1, 2, 3. 3 turns averted. We'd be 3 turns behind if it wasn't for Dig Site. Don't like that. That represents critter death. 1 card. Only good thing, and we have a lot of life. We haven't seen any sweep effects. I'm sure they have a Suffocating Fumes. These kind of lists usually have 2 of those main. Sometimes they get a little lean and just run 1. And they've got all their counter spells are dead. So there's that. Surveil. Just because you get rid of a land doesn't mean you're going to not draw 2 in a row. So I'll say graveyard. Don't be a land. It's a land. All right. That's frustrating. Or chill out. It's kind of like 2 turns averted. Taking 3. Well, 1, 2, 3. Up a creature, down a land. Top. Chilling out. I want to at least have 2 of those. Or no fear of dying. We've got about 10 turns before that goes down. Uh-oh, don't like this. Unless it's just land, land, land. That'd be hilarious. Shuffle away, good sir. Suffocating Fumes showing up. All right. I have not yielded, so This is good times. They'll probably do it, try to be cute and do it on, who knows, maybe they got Counterspell Magic by now. I personally would do it like right now, but I think they're going to try to make it pay off with Hare Apparent, but we can rally in response and keep our crew alive. One spell starter sprite and we're in trouble. Maybe we'll use it now. Cool. Bring this out. Now I got to use this defensively. We know they have suffocating fumes in their hand. Come on. Do the thing, Julie. We're bluffing that we have oh, interesting. Sure. A very patient player. I wonder if Phyrexian 8 was taken. Well, if they didn't have the answers, they've got them now. Good God. Just draw 4 cards on your turn. I'll try to draw quality. Not guaranteed. Good news is we're in the 30s kind of indefinitely until they pull the trigger on that suffocating fumes. Everybody knows you got it. Come on now. Saw 2 players collide. What was it, the Brazil game, I think, yesterday? Looked like they got like a double concussion. I never figured out. I got too busy, so I couldn't figure it out. But does anybody know the answer to that? It came together, and, you know, it's tough to take them seriously because they flop so bad in soccer. But, boy, these guys were down and out. It looked like they were almost knocked out. Like a UFC injured. That was the best UFC event I've ever seen. I did not expect much either. We'll say top. I'm just going to play it. See if they've got a counter. I'm not even going to do the morph trick. Let's just go. Because they might try to do the fumes now, and then we can at least save it. Yeah. That's what I was hoping for. Not over yet, sucker. Ah. Make you use 2 cards. Sorta. We got your suffocating fumes in the form of holy light. Take out everybody and make that thorn of black rose have no touch. Again, we only need 14 more subs on our YouTube channel to hit the 10,000K mark, which has been a dream of mine since this started, especially since my oldest, he way back in like, I don't know, we were like 3 or 4 years old. Maybe not even that, 2 or 3 years old. And I've been grinding, earning every little sub. And then he goes and makes a YouTube channel and just casts the wide net and gets to like 10K in like the first 4 months he was streaming. And then about 6 months, he just pulled the plug. I was like, you little jerk. He's like, Dad, you should cast a wider net and just make your channel just about Magic and not just Pauper. And I'm like, yeah, and then I wouldn't have kept it up for 10 years. Not passionate about it. It's like, well, what are a lot of subs worth if you're not? Here we go. You get my drift. Don't like that. Graveyard. Ugh, what a kick in the crotch. All right, we're going to concede here. Am I? They're at 7. You know what? We might be able to deck them. Heck with it. Let's go. I got an hour before I got to leave. Let's go. I just hope it's busy. Card shops are quiet. It is so boring. Some of these jobs work out as far as these career jobs work out. I might not be in the card business very much longer, but very grateful to at least have the shot. What is this new devilry? You realizing they're going to run out of cards? Maybe. Oh, that suggests that maybe they have a Lawson revealed in their hand. That'd be pretty funny. I got gone through twice as much deck. Oh, all right. Sprite down, sprite in hand. They can counter anything. Yeah, we really can't win here. Let's get see. This is ridiculous. I'm going to take 20 minutes to probably. We're not that high on life, so good grief. That game 1 has just been lose, lose, lose. All right, holy light, holy light. Don't really think these are too worth it. Prismatic Strands might be a good in. I do want to see this. It just was at all the wrong times. I'll go down to 2. Lumithread Field was like MVP, keeping us in it. Rally is a nice option here. So we'll lose 1 Hare Apparent. We're definitely not favored here. It's not as bad as the last 2 matchups, but it's still pretty bad. Because remember what I told you at the beginning, where at a 2-mana and under deck, Spellstutter Sprite's kind of enemy number 1, and we don't really have too many ways of dealing with that. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to bring in 2 Journeys. Let's see if I can get away with this. Literally to just make them use it on, or I will use it on Spellstutter Sprite. Did it work? Let's see. Might buy a free Sprite, and then we follow it up with Holy Light. I don't know. We started 2-0, and we've lost since. Yes. 1 mana. A lot of land and the defense. I'm going to keep this. We're already up against bad luck. I've been throwing back 1 land hands all day long, and I probably should do that here, but sometimes you just have to roll the dice. It's a bad matchup. We're going to need, I mean, the most probable thing we can draw is a plane. Having spoke that into existence, we probably won't do it now, but hey, whatever. Let's go. We'll scare him off with this awesome play. Whoa! Looks like some lioness goddess. Not going to hit her solar plexus anytime soon. That big old visage keeping everything safe. Off we go. Let's get it. Give me a land. Always yield. If I get a land here, I think I'm just going to hardcast Lumithread Field. They don't have a way that I know of outside of Echoing Truth that could get rid of it. It'd be very relevant. This does need air power. I mean, I wish I had access to like a spider leaf. What's that green enchantment? Spider Silk Armor. 2 and a green. Creatures have reach. Yeah. Deck's gonna do that thing. All right. I'm going to just bring this out so I can set my stuff up. I'm going to attack. We've already shown Ramosian Rally. I don't think they're going to block because of the access to Ninja here. I got a feeling this deck's just going to kick me in the crotch repeatedly, and we're never going to draw another land. I'm going to be scooping in like 4 turns. We run 19 in a deck that could probably get away with 16. I want to be ultra lean about it, but all right. So they're holding a Sprite. Hey, look at that. Woo! What are they likely to counter? I hate walking right into the damn thing. I'm going to attack first. I'm going to call the bluff. I'm not going to sit here and live in fear. You got it or don't you? Of course you got it. Cool. Yield. We get our life back. This is what I really want to have hit. Mathematically, it doesn't seem like that they should be able to keep up with 18 spells that are all the same, you know, but cadence of the turn, if you can't pump out the resources there, you're still stuck doing one thing, and they have the one answer. So it's what we've been running up against for 3 rounds in a row now. No ninjas, suggest they've got another Sprite trick. I gotta go for it because they've got Suffocating Fumes math now. I got another Sprite. Oh, they got it, just a cast down effect. Hey, cool. That might hit. Sweet. So if we draw a land now, that'll be kind of cool. We can feign like we didn't hit our land, and then drop a Hare Apparent after we drop the land here. Okay, cool. That was a little victory. Asking for real removal to get rid of our stuff here. Kind of negating 2 of their cards and suffocating fumes. Who knows? Maybe they have access to all 4. Can cycle it, so it's not like it's just dead in the water. And Snuff Out's still on the table too. So yeah, the YouTube video is going to be quite late. Might even be tomorrow morning sort of thing. I still got to do the art for it when I get home tonight. I'm probably just going to want to have a beer and chill out. So maybe I'll do that and upload or not. It's going to be a weird few weeks, but we will be starting at the same time. Hey, cool. All right, let's see if my plan works. I'm going to bring this out, hope for a counter. I am stuck at these little life totals here. All right, I'm going to just do this now. Art counter, all right. Well, if we fall right into a flooded plain situation, or Tocasia's dig site would be optimal, then we can double Hare Apparent. Our life total's good. They're at 13 already. There's Snuff Out still in the equation. That does nothing. Boy, if a Master Core could give birth, that's what it would sound like. That's like a metallic wailing in the distance. Here we go. Boom. I'm just going to keep trying to stay alive. We gain 3 life every time we do this. Do you got another answer? They do. Let's attack. Blop. Kind of feel like we're going to get there. Yeah, that spell was countered from the funds with the Spell Starter Speech Center. Nice. Hey, cool. Man, I really want to draw a land. That'd be epic. Give us a land. Surprised they're swinging here. It's kind of obstinate. Are you the aggro? No, it is I. Always yield. And we'll do it to this one too. Yep, you too, sir. Or ma'am. Come on. Okay, they're going to use a cast down on the Hare Apparent. It's amazing we only have 1 of these out. That's what happens when you hiccup on your land drops. Cool. One of the other really nice benefits of Lumithread Field is this little roadblock trick doesn't work anymore. We can just still run right into it. Unless they want to use another resource. We can keep smacking. Counterspell, sure. Draw 3 in the first 4 turns, or 5. I'm getting bitter. Ooh, it's time to dislocate. Oh, that's a strange option. Brainstorm there, not EOT. What are they trying to hit? I mean, a ninja at this stage is useless. Huh. Really like to... Oh, all right. Oh, they probably had the island in hand, so it's just kind of a free draw spell at that stage, right? Yeah, let's do the thing. Here we go. Cool. Boy, that's a good time to draw that. Let's go. You got your little counter spell. Cool. Might gain some more life here. I'll keep the lady back. Let's go. God, I hope they don't have a Spell Pierce. Why would you keep that in against this list, right? Blop. Bye-bye, Augur. At least. Boom. Crunch. Look at that. We almost resemble winning. Can we go 3-2 with the worst last chunk of the 5 matchups I could probably imagine? Take that back. This could be another mono black deck. We could have got all 3 of them in a row. access to black with mostly blue. Surprise, mother. Beep. Gotta keep it PG. Dayakuba's daughter's out there. Many other kids watch the show. Uh-oh. Crunch. That's not good. Didn't see that coming. That makes sense. I did see it coming. Swap them out for fumes and the decks that don't work that way. Let's go. Okay. Did they already play that counter spell? They revealed. And these are all school. Yeah, they use the same one I do. I think that's still in their hand. Bloop. We'll see. Yep, it was. All right. I'm just going to keep this mystery card in our hand. Bam. I'll at least take out a fairy. All that life gaining. We should be at like 9 life right now, but we're at 24, so feeling pretty good. This is Gwei, right? Yeah. Beautiful art. What do you think that is? Watercolor? Looks like it. At least the clouds do. No, don't go start gaining life on me. Dang it. Now they've got a counterspell. Ooh, I'm going to keep this guy back. Yeah, that's, yeah, I'm dead. Concede. I go down in a blah of glory. Man, what a miserable last 3 rounds. It was loss, win, win, loss, win, win, then loss, 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 loss. Ah, what shall we do? Let's do the trick. Well, I learned that we need a few other avenues of attack. I do believe we would need a Palace Guard. Make sure I'm not missing that. I have so many hotkeys. I got to make sure my feed's still going up here. Palace Guard. So the Sentinels, I think, should be in here, like 2 of them. Let's do that. Although, don't know if that would have really helped that matchup here. I do believe some access. I was very not interested in drawing charms that whole game. So tempted to cut a land here, but right now we at least do that. We still need air power. Not quite sure what we could do as far as air power. I don't want to go the Skyfisher route. I feel like one more of these might be needed, but that's just because of what we ran into. But ideally, I think finding a way to get Prismatic, at least 2 or 3 of them into the main deck. Yeah, Battle Screech is like, I just don't want to really hurt the theme much more, but I get it, you know. Ephemerate, in theory, is really good against, you know, targeted removal, and so many times against, like, Lightning Bolts, it's just fantastic once you've already got it set up. I do think we could probably just straight up cut them. Maybe we do something like this. Could probably lose 1 Attendant, and maybe you stay on theme with, like, a Battle Screech, just because it could block the incoming and such. But, you know, then I still kind of want to roll out with, and, you know, maybe we just, I think we swap Rally with Prismatic and for a side and side, just because, boy, there's a lot of cards called Battle, aren't there? All right, let's do Battle Screech. Remember Battle Beasts? I always think that when I say that out loud. Uh-oh, might be good if we stay in Pauper here. Bam. Might help if I type the whole word in too, and then we can go to, but I'm too lazy. I'll go to just white, please. Bloop. What did we learn? We're learning a lot now. All right. Battle Screech, where are you? Hello, my friends. Did I just pass it up? Battle Screech. Gosh, I should have just typed it in. This is silly. There we go. 4 of these. We're going to move the Rally as a defensive measure. Blop. I'll keep Prismatic Strands main. so we can hold Monarch a little bit more often. So as it sits right now, these are the changes I'd make. But it's kind of retroactive, right? If we would have faced red, that I think the previous board might be better. But, I mean, Strands is always going to be good there. So, anyway, y'all, I'm back to the Saturdays. There's like a 2% chance it could change. But, again, on my posts on YouTube, that's where it's going to be. Yeah, I know we might need more lands, right? But the good news is, when we do the Tocasia's dig site now, we've got another thing in Prismatic and Battle Screech that we can just throw in the yard, and it comes back like the Lunarch Veteran was really kind of our only out prior to that. So I wouldn't be against more Lumithread Fields. In fact, I'd like to add one to the sideboard, and we'll just find a way to get rid of something here. I think we can get rid of a Journey. So that's where I'm going to leave it for now. It's good to do this and then come back to it. And yeah, I've already kind of made the notes and stuff, but we are kind of licking our wounds. I mean, that was some swamp beat down the last 2/3 of that outing there. So, yeah, Triplicate Spirits is always another option there, but it's very mana intensive. And I know you can obviously do the Convoke trick, but in an ideal situation, I think you're only casting that when you're already ahead. So you've got to be very careful not to design decks that way. You've got to kind of, if everything's going great and you cast a card that's even greater, it's like it doesn't really net positive anything when you're at 50-50 or you're trying to fight back and you're at a drawback like we were in those last 3 rounds. Anyway, y'all, I'm getting long-winded here. Got to head off to work. Thanks for joining me. If you're on YouTube, sorry for the late uploads, but they'll probably be better quality as well. Anyway, guys, till next week, I'm going to go out with a little support. If you'd like to support the channel, please do so at our Buy Me a Coffee link. If you search Propaganda Buy Me a Coffee, you can go there. Yeah, Sins Enlistment, definitely. I was thinking about that myself too, but who knows? Maybe we cut 2 more Hare Apparents. I did have, I think I added 2 more right late last night or something because I was just finding I needed more of them. But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Please support the channel at the following link, and we'll see you next week. Adios.